Welcome, everyone. We're going to begin the webinar today on SATA House of Color Gun, Dryjet 2, Jet 5000B, and RPS benefits. I'm Melissa Jolls with RDA Impact, and Tony Larimer, Director of Sales and Marketing for Dan Am Company, is your presenter today. The webinar should take approximately 30 to 35 minutes, and we are recording it, and we'll post it on our YouTube channel. If you have questions during the webinar, you can type them in the chat box at the bottom right of your screen, and Tony will answer those throughout the presentation. Now I'm going to turn it over to Tony.
All right, hello. Good having you here. The first thing that Melissa mentioned is this year we're introducing at SEMA, we're going to unveil a 60-year anniversary for House of Color spray gun. It's going to be unveiled in the House of Color booth at the show, and then after they do their unveiling, we'll have a sample in our booth as well. We will be sending out notices to order that gun sometime in October. I can only state that if you're interested, there's only 500 of the guns available for the U.S., and so far it's not to be released anywhere else in the world, so just for here for their 60-year anniversary. So if you're interested in it, make sure that you order those when that announcement comes out. I wouldn't wait. It's going to be build and ship from here, so you won't have to order them through Valspar or House of Color. But just make sure that you order them as soon as you see that announcement, because they will not last very long. We're hopefully begin shipping those sometime in late November, and again, there's only 500 available for the whole U.S. market, so it is something that's going to disappear pretty quick. Pretty cool looking theme. I can't show any pictures of it yet. We're really trying to keep that as a kind of a secret unveiling until we do the announcement. Pretty cool looking gun. Going to be, of course, blacks and grays, but of course have the House of Color logo, a 60-year logo, and it'll also have a John Kosmosky signature on the gun. The next thing that I want to mention, this year we've introduced a new Dryjet. And the Dryjet for blow drying water is unique in a few ways. Number one, the benefits is that it still only uses between 8.2 CFM at 29 psi and 9.3 CFM at as much as 35 pounds, and that's all the air that's required. It increases the volume that you get out of the gun. If it puts 9.3 in, it magnifies the volume by 10 times through a vortex creation that's formed in the gun, and it blows out at 93 CFM, so 10 times the volume coming out. It has an adjustment in the handle that you can see, so they can turn that with one finger or one thumb and adjust that if you need less air for doing just a mirror or doing a very small spot, or you can leave it wide open for spraying larger surfaces. Adjustable fan in that you can adjust and rotate the head attachment on this to blow flats across the whole top surfaces or blow down the side of a car. Also at the rear of it, the intake filter, this is removable. And this is simply a RPS 125 micron strainer for our 0.3 liter cups. So you can replace that, and we do, as you see listed on the screen, now we'll offer a 10-pack. So if they don't use RPS cups, they can at least just get 10 packs just for using with their Dryjets. Now, some of the bigger benefit is definitely the fan shape, and you can see on this slide the former Dryjet, which used the same amount of air volume, but with the new Dryjet, you can see the much wider footprint that it puts out. Now, for examples, we had these. We were doing just over in Germany, doing some testing before the release to us. And we were spraying over there what's called a B-class Mercedes, which is kind of a cross between a small SUV and a very small minivan. But with that SUV-sized vehicle, it's probably about the same size as like a Ford Escape. We were able to blow dry the entire side of a vehicle with one Dryjet, and then blow dry the entire hood assembly or the entire roof with a second Dryjet blowing horizontal. So much larger surface area, much better drying ability, uses very, very low CFM. And when you're talking to shops, if you look at some of the competitive stuff that's out there, from Chinese copies to to some of the other brands that are out there. They're using 18, 19, 20, 21 CFM each. And when you start putting 2 or 3 or 4 of those in a shop, there's not many shops that have an extra amount of CFM like that to run. These keep that air minimal and do a maximum amount of drying work. Also available on a SATA stand with 2 blow dryers on it. And these are all stainless steel with powder coated bases. They're a flat base, so they'll stand up on any floor, whether it's fully graded or not. And we have an economy version. Now on the economy version, the differences between ours and some of the other Chinese low-dollar stands that are out there is we use complete high-flow couplers and fittings. We use a full 9mm interior diameter hose so you don't lose the volume that's needed for the guns. It's electroplated steel and aluminum stand. I would say the only downside of the economy stand is the fact that it has a tripod base that if it's a fully graded booth, it struggles a bit with standing it up in grates. If you have a concrete floor with a pit, it's fine. You can place it wherever you need to. But that would be its only weakness. Advantages of the SATAjet 5000 is a big discussion for us. Of course, we've introduced that now. It's been out for 1.5 years, almost 2 years. Some of the bigger benefits of that gun, again, higher tolerances in terms of application distance, which means gun distance is more flexible from 4 to 8.5 inches, HVLP or RP. Inlet pressure can range from 7 to 35 psi, so it can work on wherever you need that. Now that's worldwide. Here in the U.S., compliance for the RP, max pressure is 29 pounds, and the HVLP at 29. So from 7 to 29 psi in the U.S., but definitely is very versatile that way. Optimized wetting quality, it just wets up faster. The fan is slightly shorter, but a little bit wider than the 4000. Definitely gives you faster working speed. The gun handle between standard and digital are the same size, so one's not bigger than the other. Ergonomics is all of the control elements, the shape of the fan controls, the shape of the handle, everything is more comfortable. The air distribution ring now has 2 alignment pins on the rear so that you don't accidentally break those off. If you forget or you get clear coat that gets in between your fluid tip and your distribution ring, if they get dry, it's not going to try and break that peg off the back of the distribution ring. So that became more durable. The trigger pin, where the trigger pin actually goes and your needle slides through your trigger pin on the back side, has been indexed, which means that when you go to, got one here, when you go to put your needle in the back of this, when you pull your needle out, no matter where you're at, that pin that goes through that gun is indexed so that your needle always goes right through it. It doesn't swivel around, so you're not chasing with the needle to try and get through that needle pin hole. So that made that much easier to put the needle in and out without damaging it. The color code system is on the gun. The matte surface is much easier cleaning, much more durable. Certainly, this thing was also co-designed. The look of it was co-designed with Porsche's design studio, and so that I think they really got it right. It's a tough, durable gun, very easy to clean. The round flat control, the fan knob on the side of the gun is not quarter turn anymore like the 4000 was, but it's still just barely over a half turn, which gives you maximum adjustability without being able to bump it and turn it accidentally too quickly. The air micrometer has new ergonomics, different shaped knob, much more durable knob, improved sealing position in the rear of it so you don't have air leaking from an air micrometer. The digital spray gun, the battery contacts are significantly improved and holds the battery in place with the contacts on it so that the battery does not or lasts longer than it did on a 4000 with the same type battery, so you don't have to add a different part number for a different battery. This combi tool is a new tool that comes with it. It's got everything from a T20 Torx for taking out the fan control knob screw. It has Allen wrenches on it for taking out the air piston packing. It's got the needle packing can be replaced with this tool. There's a screw Torx end that can be used for taking the air micrometer screw out. So if you want to put an Atom 2 in, everything is on one tool. And we've done the same thing now on all the 4000s and on the new MiniJet 4400B all have this style tool. So you don't have to have 3 or 4 different wrenches that come in a toolkit. All of them come in one. Some of the performance advantages, product consumption can be significantly cut by using lower air pressure, particularly in clear coat application. High solids glamour type clears beginning at about 26 psi, RP or HVLP. Hotter temperatures just lower the pressure a little bit. Lower solids clears, fast clear coats begin at 22 psi rather than spraying those up at that 29 to 32 like we were used to in the past. This gun handles it very, very well in the low solids, mid solids clears at 22 psi. When we get into hotter temps, we're even going lower, seeing it as low as that 16 to 18 psi range in some cases. When we get into cooler temps, you can turn up into that 22 to 24 pound range. Definitely a significant product savings compared to spraying the same gun up at 29. Substantial product savings. So the gun allows, with the droplet size being very, very fine, it allows the droplets to be very close together. And by being very close together and very even and fine and uniform, we get faster coverage. We don't have gaps between the droplets that we're trying to fill. So you get a smoother surface without having to flood paint on. So we're getting, with the droplets being so close together, we're getting faster coverage. So we're getting faster film build using less paint. So incredible improvement in product consumption with this spray gun. Gun distance, the closer that you can paint in the range, the better. Using a close gun distance and a 75 to 90% overlap, you're going to find very fast gun speed, even more consistent, even film build. HVLP or RP are versatile gun distance from 4 to 8 inches from the panel for best transfer efficiencies and for all of the approval testing that we did. But for best transfer efficiency and gun speed, the HVLP, probably in the 4 to 6 range, is optimum. The RP starting at about 5 inches, up to 7 max. You can spray it as far as 8.5 inches out, but for best transfer efficiency, gun speed, everything balanced, 5 to 7 is typically where you're going to find yourself with the SATAjet RP 5000. So some of the biggest advantages: a soft, even feel at low air pressures, optimized wetting with a more focused span for a faster working speed, better coverage, excuse me, ergonomic yet durable feel of the SATAjet 5000 handle. There's superior cleanability of the matte finish surface, as well as the short fluid passage that's on the 5000, as well as the other SATA guns that have the quick cup connect. No threads inside, very, very easy to clean. And the quick change air cap, also the threads are very large and very smooth and very easy to clean. So half-turn air cap on this allows you to easily remove it, easily replace it, but definitely it's easier to clean than anything else out there. Now, on the SATA RPS cups, we have with that SATA RPS cups 3 different sizes. So we have them available in a 0.3 liter. We have them in a 0.6 liter. We have them in the large cup is our 0.9 liter cups. There's some pretty simple steps on this. You'll notice with each one of these, on the lid itself, they come with 2 tabs. And with these 2 tabs, you just simply break one off and go to the bottom of the cup and connect it. It's kind of a double click that you'll hear. So you can, and when that's clicked, now you can fill your cup. It's got mixing ratios from 1 to 1 to 10 to 1 and everything in between. No adapter necessary on any SATA spray guns. So it simply just drops in and quarter turn locks and your cup is attached. So now we have very, very lightweight cup, very comfortable, doesn't affect the balance. Most important part is when you're spraying, as you can see on this slide, click the cup lid on, before you paint. When you're painting, you pop it open and you use that in a vented position, so now it functions just like the gravity cups that were designed for this gun since 1925. When you're done painting, you shut it. Now, one of the big benefits of that is if you have material in your gun. By having the material in the spray gun, and while I'm painting, I have that open. When you get done painting, simply squeeze it, shut it, turn it over, and pull the trigger, and it just vacuums all of the material back into the cup. So when I take this off, I don't have anything pouring out. So you have very, very little to clean in a very short, about a 3/4 of an inch fluid passage that you have to clean. So that is another advantage with these cups. One of the other advantages with the cup is the ability, if you have to paint underneath, is to flex it. So you can tilt this, and I can spray underneath rockers, spray underneath wheel openings, around the inside edge of a hood if you have the hood open. I could tilt it from off to the side so that if you have to spray inside of a bumper recess or inside of a cavity, just makes it very easy to do. So you can angle that whichever direction you need that to angle. So those are definitely benefits of that RPS cup. We do have a RPS dispenser, and you can see it in different formats. So the one in the upper left is the RPS wall dispenser, basic version. This allows you 2 different strainers, 2 different lids, 2 different size cups that you can put in one holder. If you want to add an extension, we have an extension for that. So if you're using all 3 size cups, you can add the RPS extension, which is just simply another lid holder, another cup holder, and another strainer holder. If you don't have much wall space, but you do have a little bit of room, on the lower left we have the roto-wall adapter, and that roto-wall adapter is a bracket that mounts to the wall, and it mounts to a carousel. And that carousel will then have a rotating carousel to spin the cups. We also have a RPS roto-floor kit, and that roto-floor kit is floor base, heavy base with the same stand or same carousel, and it allows the RPS cups to mount to that. So you have it either way or any way you'd like for that. RPS cups, the benefits, I guess, in summary, they're simple. There's only 3 components. There's a strainer, which you can choose between flat sieves and the 200. These are 125, so you have a 200 micron flat or plug-in strainer. We also have a flat 200 micron strainer. You have a lid, a strainer, and then a cup. So 3 parts is all there are. Makes it very simple. No adapters required, short, easy to clean paint passage, proven gravity flow cup principle, just like we've always had, gives us a consistent flow rate, whether the cup is full or nearly empty. It's lightweight, functions as a mixing cup, a painting cup, refilling is easy, and storage is easy. Sturdy, perfect for storing leftover paint. It's in 3 cup sizes. Again, economical, saves time and cleanup solution. And it's flexible neck, as we showed, for painting underneath or into objects. Regarding the cups, flow rates, as known for our proven gravity flow cup principle, in use for several years, again since 1925. At any given point in time, we have a consistent material flow rate. Our fan pattern stays consistent, therefore maintaining constant and perfect color match. And it sprays completely to empty, no product wasted. So those are the benefits of RPS, of the 5000, the announcement for the new HOK gun. We're looking forward to getting that very soon. Are there any questions? Because so far I don't see anything on the screen, but I'll see if
Nope, we
Melissa...
haven't had any yet, Tony.
Okay.
I would, none yet. Well, we did record it, and I will send your information to everybody who was on the call. So if they do have questions, they can follow up with you. And,
all right.
We appreciate your time. We appreciate everybody being on the webinar, and we'll let you know about future training initiatives that we'll be doing.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tony.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.